You know what? I've just played two driving slash motorsport slash things that move around games, and motocross game, and I've played the Italian Job, and now I feel like playing an actual kind of proper racing game with cars and everything, and it's the 2-disc wonder that is Gran Turismo 2. And I think this is going to be a video consisting of the arcade disc. If you can remember back to the days of this game, if you played this when it came out, it had a separate mode for arcade and for arcade. Did I say arcade and arcade? For GT mode, as they call it, which is basically the bread and butter career mode of GT, and the arcade, obviously, which I've just put in. Oh, I confused myself. God. So, yes, this is a sequel to Gran Turismo, hence why it's called Gran Turismo 2. And Gran Turismo was only a single disc game. For me, this is kind of, strangely, for me, the definitive Gran Turismo game, because whereas it may not necessarily have had the most cars, it had a lot of cars, and it still had the race mod, whatever it was called, where you could basically just click a button and it turned your car into a race car with all the graphics and everything. And for me that was just like, you know, wow. You know, when it got to Gran Turismo 3, I was like, okay, you know, you can't completely mod your car into you can't completely mod every car into a race car. And I was like, okay, but I suppose it's first, you know, Gran Turismo game on the system. And then Gran Turismo 4 came out, and it was a good game, and you still couldn't do it. And Gran Turismo 5 come out, and you still can't do it. You know, you have to actually buy a specific race car. If you know what I'm on about, you'll know what I'm on about. If you have no idea, then you'll just have no idea. But like, say this car here, if you're in career mode, chances are you could just have racing liveries and everything all over it, and it, you know, reduce the weight, just go to town on it. Whereas, you know, I think I'm going to go with that actually. It's not a great, it's like an MR2 but gay. Yeah, I mean, you can do everything to your cars in, like, you know, Gran Turismo 5 and that, but the fact is that your car always looks pretty stock. You can only change like the wheels and stuff on it, and you know, I just want the whole motorsport shebang going on. Well, not on every car, but certain cars. I always found, I don't know whether I was just imagining it, but I always found that the graphics in Gran Turismo 2, although they'll have tried to improve them, I always thought that there was something a bit amiss. I don't know whether it's just me, I always found them to be a bit murkier, a bit blockier. But I don't know whether that is just me. First two Gran Turismo games for me are the games that had the best handling. It's kind of similar to how the Forza series handles now, I'd say. And you know, there's a bit of decent speed in the first two games. I don't think that Gran Turismo 5, although it's extremely smooth, I don't think it zips along at a fast enough rate. You know, I mean, when you first start playing the game, it's like slug pace, and it's only when you get extremely fast cars that it goes along at a moderate pace, in my opinion. You know, and it's just not good enough for me with the speed at all. I know everyone will disagree with me, but I don't really care. This game is faster. You know, this is only a 276 horsepower car, although I do know about the Japanese gentleman's agreement, which limits the actual statistic horsepower wise, but not necessarily actual power. God, I'm talking shit. But yes, this game for me, just the gameplay for me is just better. Really, more realistic isn't necessarily better if you ask me. And to be honest, I think people are talking out their arses when they say, oh, when I play Gran Turismo 5, I pick my car that I drive in real life, and it's when I go around this corner, it's just how I'd think about going around it in real life. Yeah, fucking right. If I went round a corner, say this corner here, if I was in my car on this game, which it might actually be in this game, I've not checked, if I was, you know, going round that corner in my own car and I tried to do it as fast as possible, chances are I'd be fucking dead, because my car's a fucking death trap. Well, it's not death trap, but you know, it's certainly enough to wrap round a tree or end up in a ditch. So I think people are just talking out their arses when they say that. So Gran Turismo series is always legendary originally for its shiny replays, but the novelty's worn off for me with them. And you can save the replays, you can do that with the original as well. There's a pathetic amount of cars to begin with. I didn't touch upon that on here. I assume that you can ooh, that's like the model down from my car. My car must be in this game, surely. Just not in this like selection. Hold on, I don't want to pick that. I just want to see what's in the old classes. Yeah, so there's diabolical cars in here. What the fuck? I've raced them before on this game actually. I've raced the minis, and oh my god, it was the most boring thing I've ever done in my life. So we'll pick the 328i because it's the closest car to the car that I've got, and we'll go for Midfield Raceway, which I believe was a new track for Gran Turismo 5. There are some nice new tracks as well, you know, the track where it goes through a village and all that shit, so pretty sweet. So in theory, this car here should handle almost the same as my car, because it should have a 3-litre engine, so it should weigh the same. It should just be down on power. Does my car handle like this? No. I don't really see why you'd be going sideways and drifting in a 4-wheel drive car, and then you get into a rear-wheel drive car and, you know, the back end hardly steps out. I mean, it is a bit down, you know, well, it's down on power compared to the Nissan, but you know. Ooh, it's getting a bit sideways there. Risky. It also kind of looks nothing like it does in real life. I'm sure it would have looked amazing back in the day. Maybe it's just the aspect ratio, but Doesn't look too amazing from here. So what I'll do is I'll just slot this out and bang in the Korea disc. Not because I'm really interested in showing you it. I'm just interested in seeing whether it's got my car in Korea mode. What a fucking tongue twister. So yeah, I'm just putting it in for that reason, and then if it has got it, then I'll be putting this game on at some later date. Possibly on the original PlayStation with my Explorer cheat device, so I can get loads of money and then just buy what I want and not play the game like I should be. I'm evil. So kind of a ball ache that the game comes on 2 discs. I can't really see why it needs to. I think it was more of a statement that they were putting out there. Wow, it's just 2, it's 2 of everything. 2 times more cars, 2 discs, 2 times as many tracks. Yeah, because at the end of the day you got the same tracks on both discs. The majority of the same cars. The only difference is that they didn't put arcade mode on this disc, you know. Start game. It always fucking winds me up with Gran Turismo, the shitty fucking license tests. Most pointless, monotonous bags of AIDS ever. Right, so... Oh, this is a pile of ass. I think you have to... Yeah, you fucking... Dealers are split into like separate little... Although at least they're kind of split into region of origin. So east city is your Jap crap and south is Yank Wank. North is European. So we'll go back and see what the other one is. More European, so there's obviously a lot more kind of European cars in this game than there is Jap shit. So we'll see if it's got my car on here. I think actually, thinking about it, it won't have been released. I think they introduced it later on. No 330 Ci, 328 Ci. That's poo. Ooh. Does look pretty much the same though, if I can get it in Cosmos. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Look at that. Awesome. 50 grand back in the day of Gran Turismo 2. So it's got a little bit of spiel there. How do you get out? 740i, is this the old one? Yeah, I don't like them. That's the car that, if you get a black one, that's what Tupac got shot in basically. So yeah, there's a shitload of cars in this game. There's some really good ones as well. There's like the Pikes Peak, what's it called, Suzuki Escudo. It's basically a Pikes Peak Vitara, fucking ridiculous car. I remember that being the best car in this game, you know, hands down. So you can buy wheels. You got the car wash rubbish here. Well, I've not got a car, so I can't go on it. Not really sure what they do for second-hand cars in this game. Well, there used to be the list of, you know, shitty fucking bangers that you could buy. So you go onto the dealers and it's got the option for the used cars. So I'm not going to be jumping into anything here, I'm just giving you an idea of what you can expect to, you know, get in your career mode from this game. The licenses, I believe if you passed all the licenses in Gran Turismo 1, you could use your memory card to basically bypass the ones that you've already completed, and you won't have to do them on this game as well. So to get your licenses, you've basically got a load of little sections that you have to do. So fucking tedious, it's unbelievable doing that shit. Wow, the battery for the controller's low. So race wise, if it'll come up with anything, so you got your dirt events, the endurance, which is ridiculously long races with loads of laps, special events, can't really remember what they are, they're just your normal events it looks like, Gran Turismo League, they're probably just multi-stage races. So that's Gran Turismo 2 for the PlayStation 1. You know, it still plays awesome and the playability on this game is amazing. It's got a ton of cars, some old school stuff. You know, if you've got a car that's, you know, 10 years old or around that age, then chances are it will be on this this game somewhere. So yeah, if you can get past the blocky graphics, then it's definitely still worth playing. It plays just as good as the day it was released.